Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Lydia with Raindrop Lila, and today I have two journals I want to share with you guys. I'm actually part of a collaboration which is, I guess it's titled Out with a Bang, The Last Days of Summer. And this collaboration is hosted by Mandy from Sunflowers Indoors and Julie from Julie's Papercraft. And basically it is in partnership with Junk Journal Ideas and Inspiration. They're a Facebook group with a lot of inspiration on there. So we have a bunch of ladies that are actually part of this collab. So if you guys missed them, go ahead and go and check them out. I will link everybody down below in the description box so you can go and see all their different videos. And let's see. So today mine is Little Moments, and my journal is inspired by that prompt, Little Moments. And the whole idea is to journal your little moments in the journal. That's kind of the whole idea, is just journal about your moments, anything that's special, or even things that you might not feel are super special. They're just kind of part of your life. I think that is a great way to kind of record things about your life, and then later you can go back and you have some memories about your life, and you can share those with your kids or your grandkids. And that's kind of what I do when I do make a journal. I like to journal about my special memories and even my small moments. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and flip through these two journals. These journals are each gonna be available for sale. I was inspired by Mandy's printables with the red poppy flower. I really love those, some of those background pages. So that's kind of my inspiration for these journals. And I started working on this journal. It got quite chunky, and then I decided to make a smaller version, or just another journal that was just a little bit smaller. So these two are coming to my shop. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start. What I did for this journal, I used an Amazon mailer, and I actually have a video showing how it looks before I sewed it up. So I have a lot of slow stitching throughout the journal. I did some hand stitching. I did some, these are all little French knots on the flower. And so that's what the cover looks like. And then you open it up, and I have a pocket here, and then I have a flower here, and then I have French knots right there, which I hand sewed. And then I have this little journaling card, and it says blessing on it, and then I included this tag. Okay, so then my cover page is called The Act of Remembering, and that's kind of the whole idea of this journal. Is it's kind of all about remembering the little moments of your life. I have a little lace ruffle right there. So this is Mandy's printable. I kind of used a mix of printables. I used hers, and then I used a couple of mine also. Then here I have a flashcard, and I made this into like a journaling spot. So I have this paper, which I actually used a flower to dye, and I love the color of it. I actually used a flower from a field in our backyard, and I also added the avocado pits to it. So it kind of gave a darker shade to my paper, and I really love it. So it has kind of a pink tone, but the flower that I also included there gave me some, let's see if I have it in here, kind of like a green shade. Yes, here it is. So this is the shade of, this is the color from the flower that I dyed, and then later I added avocado pits, and then I got this one. I got this color. So it's almost like a a deeper color. Anyways, and then I made a little pocket right there, and I have a little note piece of paper on there. Okay, so here I have an image of a bird, and I made this into like a little hidden journaling spot. And then I did some layering here with some, this is actually some, let's see, it's like this natural ribbon, like that. So I just grabbed a little piece and I glued it on there, and then I added a little bit of white lace, and then I added the bow. This is from Mandy's kit also, and I made a little, I added this little, it's a French book page, it looks like. I just added that piece there for some interest. I have these little tags, which I layered. This is actually waxed craft paper. This is a vintage piece of wallpaper, and then this is one of her tags. This is a vintage book page. I made a little tuck spot with one of the flowers from her printable, and I actually layered that with some book page and then this piece of netting. And then I have this here, and this is like a little, it's like a little journaling card, but I made a pocket on the back, and it says little moments. And then in here I have this little piece with just some paper, some vintage paper, and then this is hand-dyed paper, and then this is waxed paper. I love that texture on there. And then this is a tag with a verse on there. And then I have a journaling card also that tucks in here. Actually, it tucks in here. Okay. And then I have this background paper from Mandy. Isn't that pretty? I love the flowers, and I think it goes so well with the music sheet. And then I have a book page with the garden. I thought that was so pretty. This is a dictionary page. This again is Mandy's background page with the poppies. This is my Rosie collection, and I like the way they look together, so I used some of those too. Okay, so this is a little, I think there's a pocket here. Yeah, there's a little pocket here, so you can add like a little hidden note in there if you wanted to. This has a couple layers like of lace, and then this pretty vintage fabric. Okay, we got some more pieces here that could be used for your journal. I got a vintage check right there. I got a vintage book page. Isn't that beautiful? I love that color. And then I have a tag from Mandy's kit, and then I have more of the craft paper, which is waxed, so you can kind of see through it when you use it. I love using it, so I included a piece in here too. And then this is a coffee dyed tag. Then I have another music sheet here, and this one says Sentimental Journey. And then I have like a little sticker trim right here. I sewed on some lace right there. Here I have a little belly band right here. And I made this little notebook with a bunch of that dyed paper, again, that I use. Avocado, and it's a flower, and I can't remember what the flower is called, but it's really pretty. And it grows in the back of our home. So I ended up just picking a bunch of the flowers and drying them. Okay, so here I have some ledger page, vintage ledger page. This is a book page. This is a printable. This is another book page. Isn't that pretty? And I have some lace right there. So there's plenty of room to fill up this journal with your own collages, journaling, and photos, but there's also a lot of details like the lace and a lot of inspirational pieces too. Here I have a pocket. Aren't those pretty? I love the postcard. I just love that. Okay, so we got those here. Another music sheet. Okay, so I have another pocket in here, and I have a playing card with the number 3. I have this little journaling card and a little piece of note paper. I love using these for writing maybe scripture or a quote, or I also love to just take one out and just write about my day, and then I date it, and then I can tuck it away, and it's just like a nice little reminder. Okay, so this is the next signature. I have a piece of fabric here. I love this. I think it's so pretty. I just sewed it on there and I tied a little bow on there. So this is the paper that I hand dyed with the flower, and it turned this really pretty green color. The flower's actually like a pink color, so I thought that was interesting when it turned green. This is a book page. This right here is a little tuck spot. Let's see if I can tuck something in. So you could just tuck something in there. Oh, you know what? This is a tuck spot too. Let's see if I have something else I could tuck in there. See that? Isn't that cute? And here too. So you got 2 tuck spots. And they can even be kind of hidden, like, see, if you push it in all the way, you don't really know what's there. Okay, a book page. I love to collage on these book pages. You can even do something like layer something on there. Here's another pocket. Here's another book page. This is the other side of that green dyed paper. I have this little piece. Let me show you guys that I made. Oops. Okay, so I have a little paper clip. And then this piece right here, it just opens up like this. Okay, so here's how it looks. And here you can just write. You can journal maybe something about what you're happy about, or like a small moment, maybe something you're thankful for, or even a little quote can go in here. So that can go right over it like this, and then I have these pieces. I did a bit of stamping on there, and then that gets tucked in there. Okay, and then it's like decorative on this side. So I think that's cool. I did a little bit of collaging on there and then stamping also. Okay, so here I have this little bird charm. I think it's so, so sweet. Let's see if I can get a close-up of it. Isn't that pretty? I just love that. And I felt like the word was really fitting because you can be thankful for the small moments. So that's why I added it on there. Then I added this little piece. It's like a little label. And this is perfect to add some journaling, maybe a photo. And then this is the last page. And then here I have a little tuck spot. And then, okay, so I have this. This is from Heather with Rose Hill Paper Cottage. Isn't that pretty? I must have flowers always and always. I must have flowers always and always. That's such a pretty quote. And I glued that to some pretty thick cardstock. It's like a craft color cardstock or cardboard. So it's fairly thick. I love the weight of it. I glued down a bit of fabric, a little scrap of fabric on here. And then I tied this piece on there. Isn't that cute? And you have plenty of room on the back for journaling. And I felt like this was fitting because the whole journal is about the poppies, or that's kind of the theme throughout the journal. And then I have this it's like a floating pocket. And I have these tags in there. And they just tuck in here like this. If you're interested in this journal, I am going to add the details in the description box below. And so this is the first journal. Okay, and now I have this journal. And the cover or the base is made from one of those hanging file folder, what are they called? The hanging folders, I think. And I love the color. I love how well it works with the whole color scheme of this journal. I did some stitching right there. I stitched on this piece, and then it has this little, this is actually from a necklace, like a little charm. And I just added it on there on top of a bowl pen. And then it says here, among the poppies. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so here I have a little tuck spot, and I have a little, it's like a little ephemera folder with different pieces to use in the journal. Okay, and then I have more pieces in here. I also included some vintage book page. Okay, and that gets tucked in here. And I used In the Moment, this card. I felt like it was fitting because, again, I'm kind of sticking to that theme of small moments. And then here I have this mini little instant photo, and then I have a little tag with the verse on there, and then I have a little place to journal, and then here I have this little piece which I think is so pretty and decorative, and then it has a little green button up there. Okay, so here, this is a little secret pocket, and I have this vintage piece that tucks in there. And actually, this is like a little tuck spot. Let's see if I have something I can just tuck in there. Let's see, what can I tuck in there? I can just tuck that in there. See that? Like a little tag. Okay, and then this gets tucked in here. And then you can use the inside of this for secret or personal journaling if you wanted to. Okay, this right here opens like this, and I actually love this. It's like a catalog order type of one of those cards. I'm not sure what they're called, but you find them in magazines and in vintage magazines, and you would fill this out and send it in. So I use that as my base for this, and I love the way it opens up. And then in here, I just tied in this paper right here so that it makes like a little mini journal to journal in. And then I clipped in some pieces so you can definitely glue them down, but I wanted to kind of leave that for you guys to decide, for the owner to decide whether they want to glue this down in here or use it somewhere else. Okay, so that's what that is. I added some of this. This is like cheesecloth, and I actually hand dyed this with coffee. I have this piece. This is hand dyed paper. I have this journaling card. I think it's so pretty, and I feel like it really matches the theme for like being in the moment, or kind of, it matches the whole idea of writing about your moments. Like she's kind of lost in her own thoughts. Okay, so here I have a book page which comes out, and it's also tucked into this little secret spot. And here it's like a little tuck spot. This was a playing card, and I covered it up with some, I think I used a mailer for this. Yeah, part of a mailer. This is like a journaling prompt. You can probably glue it down and then just write if you wanted to. Okay, here I have some more goodies. Let's see, how am I gonna take this out. Okay, so this is a faux Polaroid. I have a tag right there, and then I have on this side, I have this little bunny. Isn't that cute? And then I have this is printed on cardstock, and I included this, so if you wanted to use this in the journal, you can either cut it out or tear it out and make a pocket, or you can make a card out of it. I included this piece of note paper, and then I have this envelope. Okay. Okay, and here I have another one of those flowers I cut out, and I used it as a tuck spot. And then here I have a couple different layers of a tag, and you can actually turn it over and then just journal like this. Or you can take them apart and use them in the journal. But that was kind of my idea. And then I have this little label. Okay, and then here I have a little cluster. Let's see. And then I have a few more pieces. I have this journal card, the postcard, and then a tag. These are the two journals that I will have available for sale. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this little flip through. So go ahead and go take a look at the links below. Make sure you check out Mandy and Julie's printables. They're having a sale for a limited time, so go ahead and check out their shops. I will link everything below for you guys. Thanks again, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.